11 News starts with breaking news.
We have some major breaking news here at noon. New coronavirus cases in Allegheny County have more than doubled since yesterday. We are talking about 233 new cases just reported by the health department. That is 720 cases in just the past 6 days. Health officials tell us that they expected to see an increase today, but this is larger than they thought, and they are expecting another significant hike again tomorrow. 4 more people have been admitted to hospitals. The county says that they do expect that number to grow in the coming weeks. Health officials are still emphasizing the importance of washing your hands, social distancing, and wearing a mask. And now it is mandatory to wear a mask in any public place in Pennsylvania. Per the governor's new order, you have to wear a mask if you're inside a public place or outside where you can't socially distance. Take that mask to work with you. You'll need it there. You'll also need it at the doctor's office or the hospital. If you ride the bus, you'll need it on there, or if you use Uber and Lyft. Of course, it is still mandatory at grocery stores, bars, and restaurants. The director of the Allegheny County Health Department says this move is a no-brainer.
This change in our case numbers from near 0 to over 100 in just a few weeks should really be a wake-up call.
So in Allegheny County specifically, these new cases mostly are coming from younger adults who officials say went to local bars and restaurants or traveled out of state. The state Supreme Court ruled against an effort to end Governor Wolf's shutdown order. A divided court ruled the resolution was legally nullified because it wasn't sent to the governor to sign or veto. The resolution would have ended the governor's emergency disaster declaration. Republican lawmakers believe that Wolf's actions have been overreaching and is hurting people's livelihoods. The governor's office has said that canceling the declaration would hurt people trying to get back on their feet because it includes expanded rules for unemployment and other aid programs. A Ross Township restaurant that already closed again because of the alcohol ban now has another obstacle. You're looking at it in this picture here. A car went crashing right into the dining room. It took out an entire wall. Fortunately, though, nobody was inside the Rochester Inn at the time. Channel 11's Mike Holden has new information on the driver, and he talked to the owner of the restaurant about the setback.
The Rochester Inn is now temporarily closed after a driver lost control and smashed right through the front of the entrance. The owner tells me it's a true miracle his staff and customers were not here when this played out. Take a look right here at the path of damage. This is the aftermath at the popular Rochester Inn Hardwood Grill in Ross Township. Car parts, mulch, furniture, and debris strewn every which way you turn. The doors and windows bent and broken off their frames. This Nissan Rogue literally went straight through the place. Ross Township police were called here after a driver suffered a medical episode and lost control Wednesday evening. The owner says it's a surreal sight and cleanup will now take a while. In this situation, though, timing truly made a difference. The Rochester Inn had just voluntarily shut down due to the dine-in alcohol ban in Allegheny County. Had they been open, restaurant staff and customers would have been in this exact spot. In fact, the owner says customers typically step outside and have a cigarette where the driver crashed.
Thank God. You know, as I said, I'm truly blessed with a great clientele and a great staff, and nobody got hurt. The gentleman that was in the car, I don't think he's seriously injured.
The owner is now working to get in touch with his insurance company to tally up exactly how much repairs will cost. We're now working to talk to him about how he's trying to bounce back from this situation and the coronavirus pandemic for Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting in Ross, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
It is getting warmer as we head into the holiday weekend with temperatures nearing 90 degrees. But before we talk about the actual weather, we do want to welcome in our newest meteorologist, Jessica Faith, to Channel 11. Jessica, it's so nice to see you here. You're probably used to this kind of forecast, right?
Oh, yeah. Coming from the south here in Pittsburgh. Excited to be here. We're used to the heat and humidity. That's pretty much the story as we head into this holiday weekend. Looking outside, getting a live perspective in Pittsburgh. Looking pretty good. A lot of sunshine coming in. A few cumulus clouds have developed to our south and east, but western Pennsylvania still looking at a lot of sunshine, and that's pretty much going to be the story as we head later into the afternoon. Temperatures this midday warming up in a pretty big way in the lower 80s for most, still holding on to the 70s, 77 degrees in Somerset, 82 in Greensburg. Pittsburgh right now at 83 degrees, also at 83 Beaver. So we're looking pretty warm, and this is just the start to the afternoon. More heat is on the way.
Jessica, thank you so much. We'll see you here in just a little bit. Close to 20 people were forced from their homes in the middle of the night after a fire broke out in an apartment building. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer brought you these details live from the breaking news desk this morning, and she went out to the scene after that and has the latest from Penn Hills.
Here you can see there's broken glass outside of the apartment building and then soot on the side after flames tore through. The Red Cross is now assisting 14 adults and 4 kids who can't return. Clutching their pets, families were forced from their homes early Thursday morning after flames broke out in the kitchen of a basement apartment. Channel 11 cameras there as firefighters got things under control in Penn Hills, called there to the apartment complex on Penn Pleasant Drive around 1:30. Everyone made it out safely, but 6 apartments are too damaged for folks to return.
Tremendous amount of smoke damage, a lot of electrical damage, and a kitchen that was on fire.
Officials say one guy did have some smoke inhalation, but he was treated and should be okay. No one else was hurt. Meantime, we are working to find out what investigators think caused this fire. We'll have the very latest tonight at 5. In Penn Hills, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
Another Port Authority worker at the West Mifflin garage has tested positive for the coronavirus. This is now the 17th Port Authority employee who has had it. The driver hasn't been working and has been quarantining per a doctor since March, but they just tested positive this week, so the Port Authority wanted to update you. More than 100 employees aren't working because they are self-quarantining. The family of a woman who worked at Brighton Rehab and died from the coronavirus is now suing the facility. Elizabeth Wiles worked at the nursing home for nearly 30 years. Her daughter filed the suit and says that she was so passionate about her job. 10 defendants are named, including Brighton and its parent company. The family's attorney called the facility a, quote, hellhole, saying it failed to provide basic PPE to its workers. The family is now asking for a jury trial. Let's talk about the coronavirus and a vaccine. Early data is now showing promising results for a new one in the works. The cutting-edge medicine manipulates the virus's genetic code. NBC's Miguel Almaguer shows us how it works.
New evidence we may be one step closer to an effective coronavirus vaccine. On Wednesday, Pfizer and its German biotech partner BioNTech releasing new clinical data on their experimental vaccine showing it spurred immune responses in healthy patients. 45 healthy people between the ages of 18 and 55 took part in the trial. 24 were given 2 doses of the vaccine and all developed higher levels of antibodies than typically seen in recovered patients. NYU Chief of Infectious Disease, Dr. Mark Mulligan, is leading the trial.
What we found was it produced an antibody response, including neutralizing antibodies, in 100% of people that received the vaccine. This is a promising, encouraging first step, but it's not a slam dunk.
More than half of patients who received a dose reported side effects, including fever and sleep disturbances deemed non-serious by Pfizer. Yoga instructor Melissa Honkanine was one of the first healthy volunteers to get the injection.
After the second dose, I felt a little bit achy and my temperature was elevated, so I took a Tylenol and I felt better.
Pfizer's vaccine is one of 17 currently in clinical trials around the world. It works by altering the virus's genetic code, instructing the body to make antibodies without exposing people to the virus itself. Still to be determined whether higher antibody levels lead to immunity to the virus.
Unfortunately, that just takes time. You have to watch for a period of time before you can tell. So it's too early to say yet.
You won't be able to eat at a McDonald's inside the restaurant for at least another 3 weeks. It says that the rise in coronavirus cases across the country is pushing back the reopening. McDonald's, like so many other restaurants, had to limit operations for just to drive-through, takeout, and delivery. Sales fell 30% in the first 2 months of the second quarter. The new jobs report is out. The U.S. added 4.8 million jobs in the month of June. Obviously, that's some good news there, but experts say the data doesn't paint a full picture. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Serena Marshall joins us with the president's reaction.
Good afternoon. The U.S. economy added nearly 5 million new jobs in the month of June, according to the Labor Department. This marks the second month in a row of job gains following the huge losses suffered as a result of the COVID pandemic. Those numbers show a big step forward, with roughly a third of all job loss appearing to be coming back. President Trump quick to highlight the gains, which were far better than economists predicted.
Today's announcement proves that our economy is roaring back. It's coming back extremely strong, and the crisis is being handled.
But those numbers are from data that is about 2 weeks old, before the surge in COVID cases seen in the South and West that led 40% of the country to reverse or pause their reopenings. California has once again closed all bars, theaters, and indoor dining. Florida closing beaches and bars. The Labor Department also releasing a report that found nearly 1.5 million workers, more than expected, filed for first-time unemployment benefits last week, a number that rose from the previous week. The job gains were mostly seen in the hospitality, health services, and retail industries, all positions that will likely be impacted by these re-shutdown orders. The plateau from last week is expected to be represented in July's job numbers. Reporting from outside Washington, I'm Serena Marshall, Channel 11 News.
This is in federal court. He admitted to all of it.
A Target 11 exclusive, a man charged with stealing $11 million from his own company, while the company's attorney even admitted this scheme was genius. And students are apparently holding parties with the goal of getting the coronavirus. They are intentionally trying to get sick to win money. The disturbing details ahead. And a high school football team sent home early because of the coronavirus. What local districts are doing to protect student athletes.
A lot of sunshine is coming our way in the next few days, but this weekend, a few isolated showers could impact your plans. I'll let you know what hours you could see rain.
Channel 11 covers weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the unique weather patterns across our neighborhoods. It's why it can be raining in Beaver County,
while it's dry in Westmoreland County. Weather coverage you can count on.
News is happening near you. Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coriopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Beaver County.
Welcome back. This is kind of a disturbing story here. So there are students in Alabama who are holding COVID-19 parties to see who can catch the virus first. It's happening in Tuscaloosa. That's home to the University of Alabama. And according to city leaders there, party organizers are purposely inviting guests who have tested positive for the coronavirus with the goal of infecting each other for money. Officials say these teens apparently put money into a pot, and the first one to contract the virus gets the money. As of Wednesday, Alabama reported more than 38,000 new cases and 947 deaths. Well, practicing in the heat isn't the only concern for student athletes this week. We told you yesterday that the Shaler football coach sent his team home earlier this week after learning that a family friend of one of the players tested positive for COVID-19. Channel 11's Jillian Hartman shows us what other school districts are doing to keep teams safe.
Well, the COVID-19 pandemic is bigger than the game of football, but important to a lot of players and coaches in our area. I found out today Shaler's football team is not alone with drawing up a game plan and taking extra safety precautions to prevent the possible spread of COVID-19.
We have a player that's not here, that has no symptoms, and has not have a positive test or anything, but there was a chance that he was exposed to a cousin.
North Allegheny's head football coach Art Walker tells me they are not leaving anything to chance either. His team started summer workouts this week, but the player he mentioned has not been at workouts. Will do a mandatory 14-day quarantine and will be scanned before coming back. It's a difficult decision other head coaches are facing as summer workouts begin. Pine Richland football starts next week.
This is new to all of us. I think you got to take the safe route at all times.
Each school district was required to come up with a return-to-play plan for COVID-19. NA and Pine Richland are similar. Players are split up into small groups and will condition with the same players and coach. They will wipe down equipment in between use. Kids will bring their own water bottles, and there will be temperature checks, and players will have to answer questions related to COVID-19.
If anybody gives the wrong answer or has a temperature or something like that, then they are immediately sent home and reevaluated.
Both teams spaced out equipment for social distancing. NA even turned this gym into their new workout room. As for masks, Pine Richland is requiring players and coaches to wear them.
When we're out here in the field, coaches will have masks on at all times. Players as much as possible.
In a press conference on Sunday, County Executive Rich Fitzgerald says they are starting to get a COVID-19 alert on local sports, especially youth sports.
We're keeping an eye on that. We haven't seen a lot yet, but we're starting to see a little indication.
Summer workouts at Shaler are expected to resume tomorrow. The athletic director tells the Trib the player in question could be kept away from the team for 14 days. Now, the coach says the player was not believed to have any direct contact with the person, and right now test results are pending. I did reach out to Shaler's coach today for comment, but I've not received a response back yet. Reporting in Shaler, I'm Jillian Hartman, Channel 11 News.
Another festival, unfortunately, has been canceled, but you will still be able to attend Fort Ligonier Days virtually. Organizers are going to feature the merchants, the vendors, and the sponsors on their website and their social media accounts. The annual favorite in Westmoreland County was supposed to be on October 9th. It is expected to return next year. Pittsburgh police will be out on the 4th of July making sure that everyone is safe. Even though there isn't a fireworks show at Point State Park this year, the Department of Public Safety will be making sure people are following pandemic guidelines. That includes wearing a mask and avoiding big crowds. You know, we always help you celebrate the 4th of July, and that isn't changing this year. Catherine Amenta and I are excited to bring you an encore presentation of the Flashes of Freedom fireworks from last year. We are also honoring a lot of different heroes this year, so we hope you'll join us on the 4th at 9 o'clock right here on Channel 11.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Mostly sunny and warm as we start your afternoon. Right now in Pittsburgh, 83 degrees with a light wind from the northwest at about 5 miles per hour. As we head later into the afternoon, more heat is on the way, warming things up with mostly sunny skies. 88 degrees for the projected high, kind of getting close to that 90-degree mark. Maybe a city or two in western Pennsylvania will make it to that 90-degree mark. That's something to watch as we go later throughout today. But we will end up in the 90s as we head into the upcoming days, but that is also going to be paired with a lot of sunshine. Dry daylight hours. Hey, maybe you want to enjoy the upcoming holiday weekend, going outside, getting into the pool. Seems like a pretty good idea. Around 15 hours of daylight hours to look forward to as we go throughout the rest of this work week and head into the 4th of July weekend. Speaking of the 4th of July, we do have a chance for an isolated shower and thunderstorm. Now, most will stay dry, and also we're getting pretty hot as well as we increase the heat and humidity heading into the weekend. 90 degrees will be the high, so maybe some showers will be welcomed to give some rain, cool air to the area. But as we start the day, first half of the day, if you do want to get outside, maybe get a workout and walk the dog, go for a run, maybe even have a picnic. First half of the day, you're good to go. It's not until we head into the afternoon that we'll start to see some of those pop-up showers bubble up across the area, and even maybe more coverage around 3 o'clock, right around peak heating hours. So when it's the hottest, that's when we could really see those showers. Later into the evening, we're looking to maybe pop some fireworks in those cities that may be doing so, looking much drier into the evening and nighttime hours. But for today, no rain expected. Enjoy the sunshine. Lots of sunshine for today. 88, very warm for today. Tonight, looking mild with clear skies, 66 degrees. And then for tomorrow, getting pretty hot, warming up into the lower 90s at 90 degrees with a bit of humidity. Weekend always in view, and we're increasing the humidity this weekend. So even though we're looking at temperatures in the lower 90s, factor in the humidity. Is going to feel a lot hotter. So for your 4th of July, just keep in mind that we could see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. No storms that are expected to be severe, just maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Back to dry conditions, plenty of warmth and sunshine for your Sunday. Starting the next work week on Monday, mostly sunny, highs around 92 degrees. Going to continue to warm things up as we go throughout the rest of this week into the next.
All right, Jessica, thanks so much. Check out this bear here. Kind of would be a scary sight maybe if it was in your backyard. Well, this was in somebody's backyard on Woodland Drive in Murraysville last night. The viewer sent us this video, even some pictures of the bear eating from a bird feeder. Police are reminding you that if you do see a bear, do not approach it and don't feed it. A street in Pittsburgh is so steep, it's attracted famous athletes and race car drivers. We are taking you out there to experience the climb and tell you why it's a record holder as we celebrate Pittsburgh. But first, love in the age of coronavirus, the impact lockdown has had on relationships.
Here is say Channel 11 News, 11 at 11 all the time.
But this is what it means.
It means you get 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
It means we deliver breaking news, local news happening now, and details about what's happened since 6.
All before the first commercial.
11 at 11 means I'll track storms and bring you your first look at weather before the first commercial.
Channel 11 News, 11 at 11.
11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Watch tonight.
The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Welcome back. Glad you're with us on Channel 11. For some of us, spending every hour of the day with our significant other sounds like heaven. And for others, not so much. NBC's Chris Pallone breaks down a new survey about the impact of stay-at-home orders and relationships.
For millions of Americans, the COVID-19 era ushered in another unexpected time, being at home with spouses, significant others, and children all day, every day. It's been enough to put even the strongest relationships to the test.
Given the amount of hours that professionals are now spending with their spouses or their significant others, it's almost expected that this would come up.
The networking app Fishbowl asked more than 16,000 professionals, how has working from home affected your romantic relationship? And the results were pretty interesting. 29% said work from home had a positive impact on their relationship. 17% said it strained it. And 7% said it led to a breakup or a divorce.
We were happy and enthusiastic there, happy to see that 29% actually said it had a positive impact on the relationship.
In my practice, we're seeing several couples breaking up.
Psychologist Ann Sullivan says for couples that didn't make it, stay-at-home revealed mismatched values. For the others, communication might be the key to staying together.
I think we need to be able to communicate about what we need.
That might mean asking for time to be alone or for a date night without the kids. Sullivan says try to focus on things which make you grateful and realize that everyone is handling this in their own way.
So we have to just understand that there's going to be this range of emotions, and that is okay.
COVID has given us another reminder, which is how important life is and how important it is to take that time when you get it.
It will be some time before we know the effect that coronavirus truly had on our romantic relationships, but so far, the prognosis is good. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Oh, that is certainly good to hear. The sports world is changing from how you enter the stadium to how you buy food. The changes that could be here for good.
He stole the website. He stole the domain name.
And that's not all police say he stole. How investigators say a man managed to take $11 million from his employer in a Target 11 exclusive.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now. We've always counted on Channel 11 Morning News for breaking news. Now, we've expanded our coverage of breaking news where you live. Our anchor connects you to new information all morning long. Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News. Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Welcome back. We continue to follow breaking news. Coronavirus cases in Allegheny County have more than doubled since yesterday. Let's go over all these numbers and explain them. The health department says it has learned of 233 new cases. Here's the breakdown of other local counties. We just got this new information in for you. So the state health department, they regulate the other ones. They report 27 new cases in Westmoreland County, 14 in Washington, 10 in both Beaver and Fayette counties, and 8 new cases in Butler County. So we're certainly seeing an increase in all the other counties as well, just not as significant as Allegheny County. $11 million. That is how much police say that a man managed to steal from the company where he worked. Even the company's attorney called the crime genius. Rick Earl has the Target 11 exclusive.
He's accused of setting up a company with a similar name and then diverting customers to that company. But his attorney denies the allegation and calls it lawful competition with a former business partner. Santosh Madhavan is accused of stealing more than $11 million from his former employer, Indocarb, a company based in India that manufactures activated carbon to treat water. Madhavan was a vice president for the company and sent to Pittsburgh in 2008 to run the U.S. division out of an office in Greentree. But according to the criminal complaint, investigators say he opened another company with a similar name and funneled customers to that company. Attorney Mike DeRiso represents the parent company in India.
In 2018, as vice president, he opened up his own company, which was identical to the company he was a vice president for, stole the client list, and began conducting business as if he were Indocarb.
Court records accuse him of, quote, stealing trade secrets, including customer lists, pricing information, production methodology, as well as its website domain. The complaint says Madhavan, in a deposition, admitted to violating his fiduciary responsibility. He's also charged with forgery and theft of trade secrets. Is he around?
Yes.
Can we talk to him?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Madhavan declined to talk to us outside his home in McDonald and told us to contact his attorney. His attorney sent us this statement, quote, these charges come from a business competitor engaged in contentious litigation against Mr. Madhavan and his company. We intend to cooperate with authorities and vigorously defend to make clear that the charges are untrue and unfounded. In the meantime, Mr. Madhavan will not be deterred from lawful competition with his former business partners. Indocarb had filed a civil lawsuit against Madhavan in federal court, and investigators with the district attorney's office just last week filed criminal charges against him.
Our clients are satisfied that finally somebody's listening. We're hopeful that this may bring things to closure for our clients in India that have expended a substantial amount of resources and have lost millions of dollars.
DeRiso said the company was hesitant to pursue criminal charges because Madhavan is related to an Indocarb board member. Madhavan was arraigned before a district justice and then released on his own recognizance. He now faces a preliminary hearing. Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
A noose was found along a popular walking path, and now Leechburg is sending a strong message to the person who left it. A neighbor walking his dog was the one who found the noose hanging in a tree in Riverfront Park. That's right off of Main Street and Kiski Avenue. Councilman Chuck Pascal released a statement saying that he considers this an act of attempted racial intimidation, and it was likely put there as a symbol or message. He goes on to say that this is not who we are. It isn't what we stand for. The matter is being handled by police. A local school is looking for a new mascot. The Board of Trustees at Shadyside Academy voted to get rid of the Indian mascot. They say 64% of seniors supported the change. A new mascot and team name will be announced by the end of the year. There is also a push to change the mascot at North Hills School District. Over the last few months, several people have called for them to drop the Indian mascot. The district says they are open to the idea, but right now they're focused on how to safely get students back in the classroom in the fall. There's a new push to drop the word squaw from local parks, roads, and waterways. 3 women are leading the effort. They told our Trib partners the word is considered an ethnic and sexual slur against women of Native American descent. They started the petition last month, and it has nearly 1,000 signatures. More help is on the way to help support minority communities in Pittsburgh. City Council approved 2 bills. One focuses on improving conditions for black residents by providing violence prevention, low-income housing, and work opportunities. And the second bill will create an 11-member commission to help make Pittsburgh a welcoming place for the LGBTQIA+ residents and visitors. The NFL is cutting its preseason in half. The league is expected to make the announcement official today. That'll mean that teams will play 2 preseason games instead of 4. Eliminating the first and last weeks of preseason will cut down on team travel. The games will begin on August 20th instead of the 13th. Training camps are scheduled to start on July 28th. And the regular season for now is expected to start on time. If you're missing sports, you're not alone. Stadiums around the country are now scrambling to try to make adjustments so that it is safe in the stands when we're allowed to go back, and some changes could stick around.
Every venue in the country is having these conversations right now. We're talking to baseball owners, football owners, basketball owners, and their operations staff literally every day.
Don Barnum leads the global sports studio at architecture firm DLR Group.
I think we're going to see changes in the entry sequence, food and beverage service, and the most impactful thing will be in the seating bowl itself.
Barnum and his team are creating these virtual designs. They show how seats could be modified to create socially distanced boxes. Because they're 6 feet apart to comply with CDC guidelines, fans would take up only 18% of the stadium capacity.
What we hope is that that is either the threshold to start from, and then we move through maybe different gradations of 20, 30, 40, 50%.
They also looked at expanding more social viewing areas.
So you might stand at a railing and watch the game, or be in a bar environment where in between socializing, you watch part of the game.
Food service would also change. Fans could order on apps from their seats, and they'd get an alert when it's time to pick up their meal. And getting into the stadium would be contactless.
We put a ticket scanning system into a 75,000 seat stadium last summer, and that was a cost of about $1.5 million.
So costs will likely vary, and there'll be some sizable investments certainly for every franchise in every venue. The most in-demand jobs right now because of the pandemic are changing. We are seeing a focus on safety and shipping. The firm's staff management, SMX, looked at job openings across the country. It says that janitorial staff, temperature monitors, packers and sorters, and shipping clerks are among the most in-demand jobs. Other jobs include sewing machine operators, electronic technicians, and forklift operators. If you own property in the Plum School District, you will not have to pay more in real estate taxes. According to the Trib, next year's spending plan was just approved this week. In addition to no tax increases, they're not cutting any programs. District officials say they were able to save money with the school being closed earlier this year and some teachers retired. Some of that money will be used to buy Chromebooks for kindergarten through 3rd grade. The surge in mortgage demand for home buyers over the past 2 months appears to be tapering off even as mortgage rates continue to drop. Mortgage applications fell for the 2nd straight week, according to Mortgage Bankers Association. Purchase volume was still 15% higher than a year ago, but the drop in applications could be due to the low housing supply that is limiting buyers' options.
I was mortified. I think anybody who watched that was just mortified.
Absolutely. A man pelted by fireworks on purpose. We are learning what was going on behind the camera.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson, and we've been bringing you a special version of Local Steals and Deals, where we shine a spotlight on amazing companies and their passionate founders. Small businesses really are the backbone of America, and we need them to thrive now more than ever. With Local Steals and Deals, we bring you exclusive offers from these brands on products that make your life safer, brighter, and more fun at a time when we all really need it. Join us in making a difference. Simply pick up your phone and text USA to 65,000 to learn more.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lash.
And I'm Catherine Amentet.
At Channel 11 Morning News, we help you prepare for the day ahead.
Definitely the heavy rain gear today with temperatures.
Heavier delays for the inbound morning commute.
We expanded our breaking news team to better cover news happening right now and give you new information throughout the morning.
Let's get right to Jennifer Tomazik live at the breaking news desk.
A huge impact on the area. In fact, we just found out.
Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News. We're on from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
Severe weather coverage where you live.
On Channel 11 News.
Welcome back. Yesterday, we showed you the video of a man getting shot with fireworks in Erie, and now we are learning how his friend says that he was taken advantage of. It's a really sad story here. This video is even tougher to watch now after hearing that Ashton Hunt, that's the man in the video, that he has intellectual disabilities. He told the NBC affiliate in Erie that he was paid $5 to have fireworks shot at him, and a friend of his is speaking up now, saying that there is nothing funny about what happened.
To do something like that, you knew what you were doing, and you did that intentionally, and you took advantage of someone with special needs, and that will never be okay in our world.
Ewing is planning a picnic in the coming days to celebrate those with disabilities. Erie police are investigating, and they are trying to identify those people who made the video. The finance director in Harrisburg is facing charges for gardening naked. Yep, a neighbor of Bruce Weber snapped a picture of him not wearing any clothes while he was tending to the garden. We're not going to show you that picture. The neighbor says it happened 3 times this month, and he was exposing himself to her kids. The district attorney is now filing indecent exposure charges.
You have the right to do what you want in your own home, but when you're exposing children to this sort of conduct out in public, well, you don't have the right to do that.
Weber has been suspended from his job without pay during the investigation. Mount Washington, the inclines, those might be some of the places that you like to take visitors when they come to Pittsburgh. Why you should add a street in Beachview to your list.
The summer heat is here. 90s are on the way, but I'm going to let you know how hot it's going to feel.
WPXI Now. When a major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now. Always on when you want the latest on breaking news. Channel 11 Morning News brings you weather and traffic every 10 minutes.
Let me get you prepared for the week.
Now we've expanded our weather to help you prepare for the day ahead.
Definitely the heavy rain gear today.
Watch Channel 11 Morning News. We're on from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
When you want news from where you live,
Watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Celebrating Pittsburgh. Brought to you by Gabe's.
So if you have someone come visit, you probably take them to maybe some of the popular spots like Mount Washington. Maybe you take them up one of the Mon inclines or the Duquesne incline to get up there. But what about a street in Beachview? Yeah, this one here. There is a reason why you should add Canton Avenue to your list. As you load Canton Avenue into your GPS, looks like any Pittsburgh street, pretty short, steep enough to warrant a set of city steps. But then you get there, And the street is more vertical than any you've likely seen because it's the steepest street in America. And when you walk up it,
takes your breath away, definitely.
Elliot Dunn has to go up Canton Avenue a few times a day because he lives there. As I'm climbing up Canton Avenue on this nice, dry summer day, I'm thinking about what would it be like in the winter to try to drive or walk up this brick street in the snow and the ice. Audi answered that for me. The car maker came to town in 2016 and filmed this ad with Red Bull to show how famous athletes handle the hill. But Canton Avenue also has caught the attention of local athletes. Riding a bike up the steepest street in America is not for the faint at heart, but it's for those who like a good challenge like Danny Chu.
Shortly after I discovered the hill, I went over there once and I spent 2 hours on the hill. I went up and down it 66 times over a 2-hour period without one crash or stop.
And so in 1985, he incorporated Canton Avenue into his Dirty Dozen bicycling event.
Canton Avenue is less than a minute, so it's an all-out sprint. But it's technical because if you lose your speed the slightest amount, the carbons will crash you or stop you.
Danny's not able to ride up it anymore as a bicycling accident 4 years ago left him paralyzed from the chest down. But this hill still means a lot to him, and that's why he was at the unveiling of the markers that make Canton Avenue official.
Yes, it's a fun coffee table fact.
Elliot tells me tourists are always on his street, and there's even a group that works out on the hill for hours. It's not something he needs because, well, living on Canton Avenue is workout enough.
In better shape, yeah. My diet's better. I don't buy as many groceries, so I don't have to go up and down.
Strategically plans out his day so he doesn't have to go up it too many times. Now, some people think that Canton Avenue is the steepest street in the world, but the Guinness Book of World Records says no. They say that a street in New Zealand actually holds that record.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Right now, most are in the lower 80s, which is actually where our normal high temperature should be. But we have much more heating to go as we go later into the afternoon hours. But right now, 83 degrees in Pittsburgh. Thanks to the sunshine, and we have plenty of sunshine for today. The UV forecast at a 9, very high, so only taking about 15 minutes to burn as you're outside. So sunscreen is a must for today. You may even need to reapply it a few times. Sunglasses to add protection to your eyes. Hat for added protection, and make sure to find some shade and to keep cool as you head outside for today. We'll have a lot of daylight hours to work with for today and the upcoming days, about 15 hours for most days. Saturday, maybe around 14 hours, and that's accounting for a few isolated showers, maybe even a few clouds that could block some of that sunlight. The humidity is also on the rise as we head into the next few days, so getting kind of sticky heading into the weekend with the heat and humidity. Could see a few showers as well, and the rain may be welcomed because it's going to get high. The heat index, or the feels like temperature, what it will feel like outside, will be in the lower 90s. So it could feel like 92 degrees, very hot during the afternoon hours in Pittsburgh. Could feel like 92 degrees in Washington as well. So if you want to get outside and maybe even get a workout in, the earlier the better, while temperatures are nice and mild, feeling like we're in the upper 60s, even close to 70 degrees at the start of the day. But that humidity and heat really kicking in heading into the second half of the weekend on Sunday around 4 o'clock. Very hot. Could feel like we're at 94 degrees in Pittsburgh and in Greensburg. So we're talking about a lot of heat coming our way. So gonna tell you about some heat safety tips. Make sure to wear light, loose-fitting clothing. Stay hydrated. That is a very big key in beating the heat, especially as we go into the weekend. Avoid strenuous activity. Make sure to take it easy and take plenty of breaks. Listen to your body. If you need to take a break, if you need a water break, be sure to do so. Also check on those who are most vulnerable to the heat, like the elderly, also children and pets. They don't like the heat either. Make sure that they stay cool and that they stay hydrated as well. And you'll see we have a lot of heat coming our way. The temperatures will continue to rise. A lot of sunshine. If you are looking for some relief, it could come on Saturday with in the form of a few isolated showers and thunderstorms, giving some rain, cool air to the area. But we're back to the dry conditions going into Sunday. Also a little bit warmer, 91 degrees, a whole lot of sunshine. And then as we start next week on Monday, 92 degrees. So each and every day, just a little bit hotter with more sunshine. On Monday, mostly sunny.
Jessica, thank you so much. Are you itching to get out of town, but you're kind of afraid to travel? Well, there's an airport that has an answer. The reason they are offering fake flights to nowhere. Yeah, that's what I just said. We'll have that coming up. Here's Local Steals and Deals, Lisa Robertson.
Hey, Lisa Robertson here with Local Steals and Deals. You know what the hardest part of my morning was? Staying awake to talk to you guys because this is so comfortable. So this is the most plush, soft foam chair. Oh my gosh. But here's the great part. Not only is this a chair, it's also this bed. The bed is in the chair, and the chair is covering the bed. So now this is going to be such a great idea because it's the super soft plush foam. Love it. And this is going to go in your kids' room so they can read, they can play video games, they can watch TV, they can have their friends over. Great place to sit, right? Everybody wants this in their room. This is in the family room. This is in the TV room. This is in the dorm room. This is at the beach house. Everybody wants this chair. But then when someone comes to stay over, you don't have to have an extra mattress. You don't have to have an air mattress, which, by the way, usually not very comfortable. This is super comfortable, and this opens up and it becomes the bed. Isn't that great? And then you don't have to put it anywhere else. You simply, when they're done, put the bed back in the chair. This is such a fabulous idea. And I have to say, this is one that they loved on Shark Tank. Laura Grenier loved this. This is something that everybody's fighting over. I guarantee you, everybody in the house is going to fight over this chair on TV net. I'm just warning you right now. And if you're saying, wait a minute, my kids, they're really tough on things. I have pets. The cover of this chair is machine washable, pet friendly, awesome. So now you don't have to have a guest bedroom. You don't have to have an extra mattress. You don't have to have anything you don't already have in the most comfortable chair ever. And that is the Corduroy's convertible plush foam chair. I'm telling you, good luck getting me out of this because I'm staying here for the rest of the morning. I'm going to take a nap in this as soon as we're done. So wake me when you need me for the next segment. Oh, P.S. and by the way, full or queen size, you get to choose 20% off localsteals.com. I'm going to get to napping. Have a good one.
Breaking News Desk is really an invaluable tool.
You're going to get breaking news as it's happening.
You can be assured that everything I tell you is something that's important that's going to impact your day.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
I know the neighborhoods, I know the school districts, and that really helps to inform you so that you know if something is going to impact your family.
As soon as she gets that information, the Breaking News Desk is able to go on air, bring that information to you and share it.
That is a resource no one else has.
If you see me on the Breaking News Desk, you know it's an important story.
Catherine Amenta and Gordon Lesh on Channel 11 Morning News.
Behind the mask, I'm just a regular guy.
That, of course, is Jason from Friday the 13th, and he has this message: wearing a mask can be scary, not wearing one can be deadly. That is a message from this new PSA that does feature Jason from Friday the 13th. As you see him walking around there, he has his typical hockey mask on, terrifying people, until he realized he is the one who is actually kind of scared because, well, he's the one not wearing a protective mask. If you're trying to get a mask, maybe hand sanitizer, toilet paper, or thermometer online, and you never got one, you're not alone. Complaints are skyrocketing now from people who never got what they paid for. The Federal Trade Commission says it received more than 34,000 online shopping complaints in April and in May, and of those, more than half the people said they never got their orders.
The fact that there's people out there that are doing this to, you know, any kind of everyday civilian, it's just not right to do it to people.
The FTC says that scammers use the pandemic as an excuse to delay shipping, and then the shopper never hears from them again. They say it's a way that people will then stall from posting negative reviews or reporting fraud. The FTC says before you buy something from a site that you don't know very well, make sure you search the name and then put in this word scam or complaint with that. You can also use Google Maps to confirm the seller's physical address or phone number, and always report scams to the FTC. Are you starved of the travel experience? There is an airport in Taiwan that has a solution. You see those people there. They go in, they get a fake itinerary, they check in, they go through the security, they even board the aircraft, but they just don't go anywhere. Taipei's airport started offering these fake flights today. Some 60 people got the chance to basically go nowhere, and well, the airport is actually using this as an opportunity to show off some renovations there. See that guy taking a selfie sitting on a plane, telling people he's not going anywhere. These fake flights, there are more of them that are scheduled. All right, that'll do it for us here on Channel 11 News at noon. Thanks so much for being with us today. Our next newscast is tonight at 5.
Every 10 minutes, Scott and Tricia are going to tell you how to start your day.
You can get a lot of things on your phone when it comes to the weather, but you can't get Scott's expertise. He's trying to